Alright, I'm feeling a little better from the last video. This is literally about 10 minutes after doing it. I had some orange juice, and I'm feeling a bit better. This video we're gathering the pieces of those broken mirrors. And this video reminded me that, that there are a lot of little hidden Easter eggs that I did not know about. I only actually have seen a few of these. I've only made the connection with a couple of them. But I'm not gonna go. If you go to the Witcher wiki site, you can look at. There's a section in the under the actual game Witcher that has Easter eggs. I'm just gonna go through them. I'm starting with the auditory Easter eggs, but first I'm gonna mention what you have to do. Turn on quest tracking, and follow the arrow and fight the enemies called Midday Brides. They look like what Selena did on top of the hill. Don't worry, they're not hard to find, but I think you might have to find them before sunset. I'm not too sure about that. Either way, this is a long video, so I thought it'd be fun to read through some of the Easter eggs, and I may as well say this now. According to the site here, pretty much all of these are completely random, or at least the auditory ones. I've only heard like one or two of them. But the first one is in Act 2, when you go between the city and the swamp. Apparently, a little bit of the Jaws theme is apparently in that scene. I cut out the scene every time, and I've been skipping it for every time, so I don't remember. Apparently, some NPCs will start whistling the Imperial March from Star Wars, which is awesome. But I've never heard that. Maybe I did, and I didn't even notice it. Apparently, some of the kids that play in the streets in the city will sing the song from A Nightmare on Elm Street. Next one, some of the Scoia'tael, when you're with them in the sewers, if you choose their path or if you ever have to work with them, apparently someone will yell freedom like William Wallace from the Braveheart movie. Some of the guards also will yell Semper Fi if they get into a fight. And it says here it's a Latin motto used by many people, organizations, and governments, including the U.S. Marine Corps. Apparently, some of the elves in their little camp in the swamp will say, "First we take on Vizima, then we take on the world." That's a reference to Leonard Cohen, or it could be a reference to Pinky and the Brain. It's what do we do every night? We're gonna take over the world, I think. Alright, I'm gonna go on to the one that it relates other games and media. Apparently, the detective uses Sherlock Holmes' signature phrase, "elementary." Apparently, the statue in Vasca's hut in Chapter 2 and 3 resembles Cthulhu. To be honest, I don't know what the hell Cthulhu is, but I've heard that name a lot, and I've seen what it looks like, but that did actually kind of look like that to me. And apparently, in the world of The Witcher, the man who invented explosives is Alfred Nabel. And that is it says that he didn't want his inventions to be used to blowing stuff up. And apparently this is a reference to Alfred Nobel, the man who invented dynamite. He regretted his mistake because he didn't want it to be used as a means of harming people, just explosives in general. And he's also the man who created the Nobel Prizes. I believe he might have been the first winner. Don't quote me on that for sure. Apparently there's some Monty Python references, which I like. Apparently if you go to the lumberjacks clearing while the lumberjacks are still there, they talk about wildflowers and cross-dressing, which is a reference to the Monty Python song "I'm a Lumberjack." Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought someone was wandering around my house. I don't like doing these while people are walking around. Yeah, so the Lumberjacks reference the Monty Python song "I'm a Lumberjack." That's a really good song. It's pretty funny, and I really like that song. It's just so stupid. This one I've definitely seen. Poor people in the temple court or slums will sometimes say, "Society made me what I am," as Geralt passes by. I don't know where that one's from, but I've definitely heard the people in the game say that. Apparently the sunken tower in the swamp is a reference to Monty Python the Holy Grail, where I don't remember the name of the castle or anybody there, but the place where Sir Lancelot charges in his idiom, as he calls it, where he kills everybody like 5 times in a row. Apparently the tower in the swamp was a reference to that, because that castle that Lancelot charges on was built on top of the ruins of 3 other castles. 2 sunk into the swamp, and 1 burned. And apparently the Mage's Tower is a reference to one of the destroyed towers. Apparently this one here refers to this chapter at least. If you talk to the hermit about the Holy Grail, the controversial theory apparently is a direct reference to the Da Vinci Code. Nah, that doesn't really matter though. So, in Act 3, there is a man named Patrick DeWes, which is a reference to Patrick Swayze, or at least according to this it is. But that name definitely popped in. Patrick Swayze definitely popped into my head when I saw that character's name. This one refers to the last video, and this is probably my favorite one. If you talk to Dandelion about the Nehelina's mirror, I think, and Geralt mentions, did Alina like to ask who's the fairest of them all to the mirror? That is a reference to Snow White and the 7 Dwarves, except that in the world of The Witcher, the Nehelina's mirrors are either broken or far too polite, so you never get the true response. I always like that because Geralt likes making fun of old stories. What else do we got here? Apparently, Ramsmead acts like Jules does from Pulp Fiction. Jules is Samuel L. Jackson's character. Apparently, Kalkstein is supposed to be either a reference to Einstein or another Jewish scientist, because his name sounds Jewish apparently, and he lives in the ghetto of Vizima. Apparently the bestiary entry of Golem apparently just basically takes parts of Fantasia out, and that was based on The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I think we'll go into these in some of the later videos. There's a lot here, but yeah, I realized I didn't talk much about the actual gameplay, like what's going on, but there isn't that much going on. You're just running around killing those things. There was nothing special to them at all. Here.
They're dead.
They're just regular enemies.
So many
and
fear
I'll see
me.
you in the next video.
When they think I can't hear, they call me the devil's child.
Those people, they're just afraid of what they don't understand.
I want them to like me. I don't want them to die. What should I do?
Your visions are a gift, not a curse. It's up to you to use them for good.
I'll remember that.